Hello, I'm Linda. Today we are knitting this airy mohair v-neck sweater with wide sleeves. I want this sweater to have a very oversized fit because I imagined wearing it together with the crop top as a set. I'm using yarn from Cone's Sessia Kid Mohair, 50% Kid Mohair and 50% silk, but you can also use Kid Silk as an alternative. I'll show you how to calculate the number of stitches you need based on your own gauge. The construction is very simple. You can make the sleeves longer or shorter, and you can cast on fewer stitches for the sleeves if you don't want them this wide. Work stockinette stitch in the round until you reach the desired length. Then divide the work into two equal parts, front and back. On the front section, shape the V-neck and finish the edge with an I-cord. Knit the back panel. Join the shoulders using a crochet hook. Pick up stitches for the sleeves and knit them in the round until you reach the desired sleeve length and finish the edge with an I-cord bind off. First, calculate how many stitches you have in 1 centimeter. For me, 13 stitches divided by 10 is 1.3 stitches per centimeter. Then multiply that number by your desired sweater circumference. 142 multiplied by 1.3 is approximately 185 stitches. That gives you the number of stitches to cast on. I rounded the number down to make it even. Just make sure your stitch count is divisible by 2. Using the classic long tail cast on method, cast on 180 stitches plus 1 extra stitch. Make sure the stitches are not twisted, then join the work in the round. Place a beginning of round marker and knit in the round to your desired length. I knitted mine to a length of 43 centimeters. Now I move 2 stitches before the beginning of the round marker onto the marker. But you can also bind off these stitches, because later I decided to use a different method for picking up the sleeve stitches and they would need to be bound off anyway. Knit 2 stitches and place them onto the same marker as well. These will become the underarm stitches. Repeat the same on both sides. Now we have an equal number of stitches for the front and the back. We've separated the front and back stitches. Now divide the front panel in half to create the V-neck. Now we'll work only the front panel, back and forth in rows. Knit 2, knit 3 together, knit until 6 stitches remain. Knit 3 together, knit 2. Then switch the last stitch before the marker with the first stitch after the marker to cross them for a cleaner and prettier finish. Knit 1, turn work, round 2 and all wrong side rows. Slip the first 3 stitches purlwise with the yarn in front, then purl to the end of the row. Slip the first stitch, then knit all stitches to the end of the row. Slip the first stitch, knit until 6 stitches remain. Knit 3 together, knit 3, turn work. Continue working the decreases on every other right side row. Once the decreases are finished, continue working in pattern without decreases until row 46. Place the stitches onto scrap yarn without binding off. Now let's move on to the other side. Join the yarn, knit 3. Knit 3, slip 3 stitches one by one, then knit them together through the back loop. Then knit them together through the back loop, knit until 5 stitches remains. Here we work the underarm decrease once, the same way as on the other side. Slip 3 stitches one by one, then knit them together through the back loop, knit 2, row 2 and all wrong side rows are worked the same as before. Purl all stitches and slip the last 3 stitches with the yarn in front. Row 3, knit all stitches. Row 5, knit 3, slip 3 stitches one by one and knit them together through the back loop, then knit all remaining stitches. Continue working the decreases on every other right side row. Place the first 2 stitches onto a marker, they will remain for the I-cord edging. Now we'll work the back panel. On the first row, work the underarm decreases. Continue working in pattern without decreases for a total of 46 rows. When the back panel is 2 rows shorter than the front, use a crochet hook to join the shoulder seams from the wrong side of the work. Slip the first stitch from each needle and crochet them together. Repeat until all shoulder stitches are joined. join the other side the same way. Turn the sweater to the right side and work the I-cord bind-off for the back panel. Pick up these 2 stitches from the marker, then pick up 1 stitch and move all 3 stitches back to the left needle. Join the yarn and knit 2 stitches, slip 1 stitch, slip next 1 stitch, then twist it so you can knit it together with the next stitch through the back loop. To make the sleeve pickup edge look cleaner, I first crocheted a chain using 2 strands of yarn, then picked up the stitches from that chain, but you can use any stitch pickup method you prefer. These stitches actually should have been bound off if you're using this method, but if you pick up stitches in the classic way, then pick up these open underarm stitches as well. I'll show you how I do it using thicker yarn so it's easier to see. I recommend crocheting into the next stitch rather than the edge stitch. Continue crocheting this way all around the sleeve. Then insert the needle behind the crochet chain and pick up the stitches like this. This way, the crochet chain stays visible on the front and the edge looks much cleaner. Once you've picked up the required number of stitches, knit in the round to your desired sleeve length. Then knit 2 together to the end of the round. To create the I-cord edging, I knit 2 stitches out of 1 stitch, then picked up 1 more stitch between those stitches and the next stitch, giving me 3 stitches in total. Move the 3 stitches back to the left needle and work the I-cord bind off until all open stitches are closed. bind off stitches. Join the I-cord, then work the second sleeve the same way as the first. Weave in all yarn ends and the sweater is finished. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and make the matching crop top as well. See you next time!